So, if you remember some of the drills we did last week, they were all about closing distance. So, for example, I go to the outside, so let's me close the distance. Go to the inside, let's me close the distance. I went underneath, let's me close the distance. Right ahead, touch, reach in, touch, reach in. Right? I did a bunch of these different drills. Go back and look. If he's swinging at my head like hook, I have shield, I have insert, and I have wrap. We'll do it in a second. Okay, so in other words, he's swinging at my head, I have shield, insert, and wrap. Okay. Now, a lot of people, especially young people, think the wrap is the real important one. Wrap is important if you've got a guy that moves a lot and you're throwing a lot of punches and you're getting tired of getting punched in the head. Or if you throw like a lot of combination, and you just want to tie him, right? But if we're both wrestlers, I just gave him an underhook, right? In other words, if I go hook and he wraps it, okay, one is I can come into an underhook. See that? Right? Two, I can get in deep and get a seatbelt. I can come in two, have my high clinches, my low clinches. Not necessarily the best place to be in, right? Do this. You can come from my hip, right? It's a lot of different things, exactly. And you're pummeling in. That's why I usually prefer. Okay, good to be aware of them, right? The insert, because now I'm inside. So if he goes in, yeah, okay, I'm on the inside. You see from where you are how I'm inside?
Yep.
Right? This is where I'm on the inside. This is bicep grips, but obviously from here, I can get underhook. You know, and the whole reason that people do shield, right? Or they do the wrap, and they get into 50-50, and then what do you do immediately from 50-50? You start pummeling, because two people are trying to get that under thing, right? Come on over here. Anyways, he comes around, boom. Okay, I mean, I've got one in, but I've got one out, and now I'm starting to pummel in, you know, and this is where you learn to pummel. Whereas, if he comes and I insert, see how I'm already in? I have bicep grips, I can pummel underneath, right? I can go for his neck, I'm all on the inside area, right? Remember, Kung Fu theory, right? Cross the bridge, open the door. Cross the bridge, because you know this is how you use distance. This is why we did these things. Remember these things, right? This way. These were also ways to get open. We did pull down, right? Pull down, come in, pull down, grab, smack him in the thing, right? Look at all the stuff from last week. But he goes hook, and I insert. One, I don't get hit, but two, I'm already on the inside. Okay, but another thing happens. Sometimes he goes hook, and when I try to come in, he gives me a little bit of space, right? A little bit of space. I don't go all the way in. But that's when we get into this thing, right? So we call that push hands range or chi sound range. And you have to learn, right? So feel his hands. Or you're just losing your hands. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully you don't lose me too much, right? So I'm trying not to look at him. That's why I'm looking at him. But you can see how I'm trying to feel his hands. Right? So, I mean, without resistance at the beginning, the easiest drill to do at the beginning is just roll. You're like this. Always contact. He's really stiff. Nice stiff spring. Right? So good. It's hard for me to keep structure because I just want to go in, right? But because I don't want to do this. But to get him to do that, I'm trying to make him do it. So that's why you see my elbows kind of flat. But in other words, I want us to get here, right? Feel where my hands are, right? But I move them. Notice I move them without losing touch of him. Notice I'm not doing this, right? So that's losing. I'm going here. I'm going here. I'm going here. Right? And you should be doing the same thing. Okay? And I've said this before about 10,000 times. This is only maybe like 2 seconds or 3 seconds in a fight, but it's an important couple of seconds. Because it's the entry into the clinch, and it's also like when we're in the clinch as we're stepping out. Right? If I step out without doing this, exactly. Right? Eric always talks about dangers of breaking the clinch. Because people think like it's a clean break. There's no real clean breaks and fights. Right? You step back. Boom! But if I step back like this, exactly. Now I'll show you some of the things with this. But let's just get used to just feeling it. Now the other thing also is the hand fighting. If I grab him, so you pick up against the thumb. Grab my hand. Pick up against the thumb. Grab this one. Yeah, go against the thumb. Go against the thumb. Go against the thumb. Right. Against the thumb. Go in. There you go. This is what I want you to do. You don't get panicky. Literally what you're going to do. I'm going to sum up. I know where he is. Right. Right. Basically, I know where he's at. It's a friggin' game. It's a game, right? It's not that much taking.